Pope Leo XIV just asked us to pray for priests in crisis. Not priests struggling with sin. Priests in crisis. Lonely. Exhausted. Ready to quit. 13% leave within their first decade. Those who stay? Many are suffering in silence. This is a mental health crisis, and Pope Leo is calling on all of us to do something about it. The prayer intention. Here's what Pope Leo XIV said in the official prayer video released on March 31st, 2026.
Lord Jesus, Good Shepherd, companion on the journey, today we place in your hands all priests, especially those going through moments of crisis, when loneliness weighs heavily, when doubt clouds their hearts, and when exhaustion seems stronger than hope.
He continued,
You who know their struggles and wounds, renew in them the certainty of your unconditional love. Let them feel that they are not mere functionaries or lonely heroes, but beloved sons, humble and cherished disciples, and pastors sustained by the prayer of their people.
and then he made this request.
Good Father, teach us as a community to care for our priests, to listen without judging, to give thanks without demanding perfection, to share with them the baptismal mission of proclaiming the kingdom in word and deed, and to accompany them with closeness and sincere prayer. May we support those who so often support us.
That last line is key. The Pope isn't asking priests to fix themselves alone. He's asking us, the community, to support them. Father Cristóbal Fones, International Director of the Pope's Worldwide Prayer Network, said in a press release, "Priests need to know that they are not alone." So let's be clear. Priests are human. They have breaking points, and many are at or near them right now. The crisis in numbers. According to Vatican data published by La Civiltà Cattolica in 2007, an average of 1,076 priests left the ministry every year between 2000 and 2004. More recent data is even more concerning. Jack Beers, Executive Director of the Integrated Life Foundation, reported in December 2025 that 13% of priests leave within their first 10 years of ordination. 1 in 8 newly ordained priests doesn't make it to their 10th anniversary. And here's the fundamental problem. While the number of Catholics has nearly doubled since 1970, growing from 653.6 million to over 1.4 billion, the number of priests has declined from 419,728 to 407,872, according to Vatican statistics. That means fewer priests serving more Catholics. In 1970, there was 1 priest for every 1,558 Catholics. Today, there's 1 priest for every 3,408 Catholics, according to the Vatican's statistical yearbook published by Fides Agency. By 2014, there were 49,153 parishes worldwide with no resident priest-pastor, according to Vatican statistics. The pipeline isn't refilling. Between 2023 and 2024, seminarian numbers dropped by 2.72% worldwide, according to Luke Coppen's analysis in The Pillar based on the Annuario Pontificio 2026. So there's a priest shortage. But the bigger crisis is this: many priests who remain are barely surviving. Why priests are struggling. Multiple studies on Catholic priests reveal the core issues: burnout and loneliness. A study of Catholic bishops about their priests found that 76% experience fatigue, 7% experience extreme fatigue, and 2% suffer severely from burnout, according to Catholic Outlook reporting in 2023. Loneliness particularly affects diocesan priests who often live and work alone. A 2021 scoping review published in the Journal of Religion and Health found that loneliness is frequently associated with depression and burnout among Catholic priests. Depression. Research by Knox and colleagues published in 2005 found that Catholic priests have depression rates 7 times higher than the general population. Diocesan priests who live alone have higher levels of anxiety and depression than religious order priests who live in community, according to research published in 2002. In India, 72% of diocesan priests reported depression compared to 40.8% of religious order priests, according to research by Raj and Dean. Workload. In Africa, one priest serves an average of 5,094 Catholics, according to the Vatican's 2022 statistical yearbook. In Mexico, one priest ministers to approximately 7,000 followers, according to a religion expert at Mexico's National School of Anthropology and History. Priests are expected to be administrator, teacher, preacher, counselor, facilities manager, and fundraiser all at once. There's rarely a time when they're not on call. Why they leave. According to the 2007 Vatican data and interviews with former priests, the main reasons include loneliness and isolation, burnout and exhaustion, loss of faith or spiritual dryness. One study found 46% of priests experience this occasionally, 12% often. Lack of support from the hierarchy, and mental health struggles that go untreated. What helps priests survive? Not all priests are leaving, so what protects them? The 2021 Journal of Religion and Health Review identified key protective factors. Strong relationship with God. In a study by Rossetti of 2,482 Catholic priests, relationship with God was the second highest factor related to priests' happiness. Community life. Religious order priests who live in community report lower rates of burnout and depression than diocesan priests who live alone. Social support. Support from parishioners, colleagues, and superiors makes a crucial difference. Physical self-care. Regular exercise, healthy diet, adequate rest. Realistic expectations. Priests who don't try to be lonely heroes are healthier. Vocational satisfaction. Higher satisfaction correlates with lower burnout and depression. What Pope Leo is asking. Pope Leo isn't asking us to pray that priests magically feel better. He's asking for something concrete. Stop treating priests like they're superhuman. Stop demanding perfection. Stop judging them when they struggle. Stop isolating them. Instead, be their friends, thank them, support them, share the load, pray for them. Pope Leo's prayer is calling for a culture change, a shift from seeing priests as lonely heroes to seeing them as humble and cherished disciples who need mercy, closeness, and understanding. What the Church is doing. Organizations like the Integrated Life Foundation provide psychological and fraternal support to priests, especially those in isolation. Jack Beers said, "A priest needs a system of support outside of his people. He needs fatherhood, friendship, and continual accompaniment in his growth." He added, "Healthy priests will produce more priests. Someone who is really attractive, who is a priest, who is really healthy and effective and impactful. That's one of the most powerful forces in inspiring vocations. Many dioceses now offer mental health services, spiritual direction, and ongoing formation. Seminary formation increasingly emphasizes emotional intelligence and self-care. What you can do. How can you respond to Pope Leo's prayer intention? Pray for priests, especially those in your parish. Pray for their mental health, spiritual life, and perseverance. Thank your priests. Don't wait for perfection. Thank them for showing up, for celebrating Mass, for being there. Don't demand perfection. Priests are human. They make mistakes. They get tired. Cut them some slack. Be their friend. Invite your priest to dinner. Ask how he's doing. Just be present. Respect boundaries. Don't expect 24/7 availability. Let him rest. Let him have a day off. Share the load. Use your baptismal gifts to serve. Don't dump everything on the priest. Step up. Defend them. When people gossip or criticize unfairly, speak up. Defend their dignity. Encourage vocations. Create a family and parish culture where vocations are valued. The bottom line. Pope Leo XIV is asking us to pray for priests in crisis. Priests who are lonely, exhausted, struggling with doubt. The data shows this is real. Vatican statistics prove priests are leaving. Those who remain are burning out. Depression and loneliness are epidemic. But there are solutions. Strong relationship with God. Community. Support. Self-care. Realistic expectations. Pope Leo is calling on the whole Church to create a culture of support. To stop treating priests like superheroes and start treating them like the beloved disciples they are. This is urgent. Without priests, we don't have the Eucharist. We don't have the sacraments. The world needs holy, healthy, joyful priests now more than ever. So this April, join Pope Leo XIV in praying for priests in crisis, and put that prayer into action. Support your priests. Thank them. Be their friends. Share the mission with them. Because they need us, and we need them. What will you do this month to support a priest? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to Catholic Snack for more content that tackles the real issues in the Church today. Priests are human. They need mercy, closeness, and support. Let's give it to them.